So if you're watching this after this, thanks for being here. And we're about to do Tactical Tuesday. So this is a very quick poll via live stream. What I'd really like to know is, what is it that brought you to Patreon in the first place? And why is it that you stay here on Patreon in support of the Bear Nation? Is it the daily briefs? Is it the exclusive content? Is it Men's Group Monday, Women's Group Wednesday, the exclusive live streams? What is it that, what do you like the most out of what we do on Patreon? Yeah, and kind of what are your hard left and right limits? What would you definitely be like, I'm out, I don't want to be here anymore? And what is your thing you're like when it happens, you're like, yes, Bear did a thing, like Homestead Thursday, Homie Tuesday. I'm really just genuinely exclusive content. Roger that. Thank you, Randy. I'm really just genuinely interested in your feedback. Shalom, Garrett. Like, what is it about what we do that turns you on? More bear content, like you being you. Prepper Dad, roger that. Good evening, Daniel. I appreciate that, Prepper Dad. You know, and I always try and be me. I like the homestead stuff. I appreciate that, Michigan Prepper. It's just, me is kind of multifaceted. Sometimes I'm really pissed off and I can't help it. Sometimes I'm tired and I can't help it. Sometimes I'm goofy and I can't help it. So, Dave, roger that. Thank you, Dave. McMikey, you give no BS info. Roger that. It's more in-depth and personal. I agree with that. Your ADHD venting. Roger that, Steve. That you like squirrel. Ah! Yeah. So, background, no BS. Appreciate that, Garrett. Nick Raquinha. Shalom, brother. Good evening. I like that you're straight up backwoods survival. I appreciate that. The combination. Bear Engine 1. Roger. There's no water in this. Logan Matthias. Roger that. The peanut butter whiskey review was well worth it. Copy that. James, copy that. A good change of pace and fun. I like that. Oh, bro, I'm the metalist of metalheads, and I've really been getting back into playing my drums again. I'm including it as a minimum 3 times a week. Spoon. Shalom, brother Phelps. A combination of prepping and Bible. Garrett, I'm playing my drums a minimum of 3 times a week right now as exercise, but also as sanity. And I'm telling you, 90 minutes of metal drumming really, it gets the blood flowing. Nick, I appreciate that. Daniel, thank you. Crystal Campbell, shalom. Shaloha Mountaineer. Content got my attention. The daily briefs made me feel like I should maybe support the channel. Your mission sealed it. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I've thought about getting an electronic kit for a while. James, I thought about that too, and my answer is maybe. Drums and guitar are 2 of the things that are very much so mine. They're like the last vestiges of alone time for me. And I'm extremely hesitant to share both because they're the last vestiges of alone time for me. And, you know, we try and shine light on practically every facet of our life here. And so it's nice to have a place to retreat to that's just mine. So, yeah. Taylor Swift is a dude. Boy, do I love that name. Thank you. Content worth paying for, which is bear independent. Not often you find pragmatic information someone believes in God. Matthew, bless you. Thank you. Sparkmaker. Sasquatch, yeah, it is all your fault. War of Ages, I'm familiar. My husband appreciates your perspective on prepping, but I wasn't particularly interested in this until I started listening to your podcast. Roger that, Beth. Thank you. Like-minded people, good, honest advice. Cool. I'm trying to understand what it is that brings the most value out of what we do, so that we can do more of that and perhaps do less of other things. I don't know, right? I honestly want the feedback. The daily briefs, and I'm raised reformed and love the way you are challenging me. Roger that, Jeremiah. Love how you share your faith openly and genuinely care about helping others prep. Bless you, BB. Steady flow of content, of course. Bless you, Phelps. Good values, good advice. Roger that. How-to videos are the bomb. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Thank you. The soap review. Roger that. Men's group is the ultimate blessing, man. Awesome. Lance, that's awesome. Thank you. Bear Engine, thank you. Yeah, very early on, it became a credo at this channel. Person, not persona. I don't ever want to be a persona. I don't want to have to be like, oh, it's time to talk to people. Put this face on. Like, and I think you guys see enough of us that there's days where Bear is goofy and funny and well-rested and well-caffeinated and hi-ho cheerio, and there's other days where I'm like, I could just, right? And that's me in real life. I run the gamut between all of that, and I don't ever want to fake it with y'all, and I don't ever want to take for granted this, and I have said it before repeatedly, and I mean it. The moment I take this for granted, I'm out. You'll never see this face again. I'm out. So we're talking to Patreon right now.
Oh, okay.
Before we hop over, you need a pillow, love?
Yes.
There's a pillow for your booty.
I need a back pillow.
Just remember to drink enough water. So before we go live on YouTube, I wanted to ask the patrons, what is it about our channel that drew them here, and what do they like the most? Bless you, Jody Whipple. And so let's play the compliment sandwich. Okay, you guys have plussed me up quite a bit here. What do you hate or dislike about our channel? Be honest, I can take it. What would you like to see go away or be diminished or do differently? Or Carrie, bless y'all. Y'all are so cool. James, Rhonda, stag to the rafters. Amen. Backwoods Roger. Shalom, Shawn Michael. Thank you, Taylor Swift. Few creators interact with their viewers as much as you guys. I appreciate that. You taking enough regular downtime. Hey, man, whatever. I'm working on it, Sasquatch. This one now, I'm like, hey, we need to go on vacation. She's like, no, I have work to do in the store. And I'm like, see? Can't just turn it off, can ya?
That's different.
Uh-huh, it's different. Nice. Me personally, I appreciate the down-to-earth feel. Going back to gear reviews, wearing your wife's cowboy hat. Roger, Amy. Bless you. Around since early YouTube days, enjoyed down-to-earth approach, prepping Bible, family content. Thank you, Ben. Soap commercials, roger that, Garrett. Got to get Yankee to work harder. I'm trying, but he's young. They don't know how. Same old questions of your weapons preferences. Not a big fan.
I agree.
Me too, man.
We get tired of
Jeremiah, Roger. Nicholas Harden. Accurate information is what has kept me here. Bless you. She's got 10K more raffle. Don't tell her that, bro. Sleep Dog, what's up, brother? Crystal, thank you.
Yeah, Chris, I think I sent you something today.
Patrick, Roger.
Can't remember what.
Amy, you are saving people in more ways than you know. I have taught this. I guess this is the message for today. I've been talking to everybody about this today. I have amended. And by the way, if you don't have a mission statement for your life, I would implore you to sit down and think about what is the mission statement for your life. I could tell you what mine is. What it was save lives. That's it. 2 words, real easy. What do? You talk about like an elevator pitch. Hey man, what do you do? Save lives. They're like, excuse me? And then you have the permission to unpack that, right? And it creates a conversation, but it also keeps you on task. Save lives. Well, save lives has evolved, has turned into my mission is to save lives while in service to the Father's kingdom and experience the abundance of his provision and blessing. To save lives while in service to the Father's kingdom and experience the abundance of his provision and blessing. Because that's the story of the last 2 years, 2.5 years of us being here. The whole world's melting, and everybody's like, I can't find food, I can't find people, I can't find work, I can't nothing. And we're like, boy, we're blessed. And I have a Patreon video coming out on this, just shifting my mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's like the Father makes it clear in Deuteronomy 28, hey man, you do what I tell you to do, you're going to be overwhelmed with blessings. Well, we're here now. We are overwhelmed with it. Amy R., bless you. Thank you. Spirit fingers. Taylor Swift, you're awesome. Lance, thank you. PGF brought me your epic beard knife hands. Canoe Tripper, bless you. Miss Hermit Hill, thank you so much for that. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you guys and do a little shalom, Hunter Seeker. Man, I haven't seen you in almost 24 hours. Shalom, brother. Just want to take a little peek under the hood, make sure that we're still, I don't even want to call it checking all the boxes, making sure that we're still bringing an equitable product to y'all. Scotty John, shalom. Sheepdog, bless you. Amy R., we're psyched to have him too. Tony John, bless you, brother. Just got here, fill me in. Well, David Lee, I really liked your work with Van Halen back in the day. It was good. You were kind of a prima donna on stage though, but it's okay. It's okay. We won't judge you. This is a judgment-free zone. That's pretty much what we were talking about until you got here. Then we stopped because you were here, and now it's awkward. So, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? David Campbell, bless you. What do you think? What's your favorite thing about what we do? And what's your least favorite thing?
I like the live streaming, and I like the questions that we get to answer, and I like the community here at Patreon. I don't know.
Bless you,
The
Phelps.
only thing that I would say,
Gary.
like, I don't like is, like, the redundancy. But it isn't necessarily, like, always Patreon. It's the mix between YouTube and Patreon together. And, like, getting asked questions on YouTube that we've covered on Patreon, and getting asked questions on Patreon that we've covered on YouTube. Like, there's just...
Right.
Because how many videos
Amen,
do you have?
Sparkmaker.
2,000?
We're pushing 2,000 between both platforms.
And what, 3 years? 2 years?
2.5 years. Chasing
2 years.
life. Shalom,
Yeah.
sister.
There's almost 1,000 videos
A year, yeah. Which, if you amortize it, it's like 2.5 videos a day for the last 2.5 years. So,
there's all the info out there, y'all.
well, one of the things that we will be doing that you guys will start to see more of, and please understand that this is not done in an effort to cheapen what's already been done. But we're going to start doing reposts both on Patreon and YouTube, because we get so many of the same questions over and over again. And as long as I don't need to update that content, like, hey Bear, how should I prep in an apartment? Well, I've talked about it 4 or 5 times, Let's just repost.
How do I get my wife on board, or how do I get
Right.
my husband on board?
Right, and so we're probably going to start featuring a repost a week on Patreon of the most relevant stuff, because we get the same questions over and over again. Hey Bear, how do I find land to homestead? Hey Bear, what's your favorite caliber? Like, I literally have a video on that on YouTube with like 150,000 hits, like my caliber for SHTF or something like that. It's like, that content's out there, and so to plow through it over and over again does
It
get
just
kind of
gets-
redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
David Campbell.
We see the
bless you.
question. It's like the eye roll
yeah.
and the ugh, and it's like, really, this again?
Well, it's like, for example, yeah, 300 Win Mag, exactly, Scotty John. Chasing Life, exactly. Go back channel, but Patreon makes it really hard. The search metric on Patreon is terrible. It's terrible. It's basically scroll till you find it. Well, if it was a year ago, you'll be scrolling for a year until you find it.
There's 1,000 videos ahead
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, like the video that I did recently on how to store freeze-dried food. It was like, we've gotten that question so many times. I'm like, I can parse this down into 90 seconds. So, thank you, awesome one. Bless you. I was like, oh, I need glasses or something. Like, awesome-y. But yeah, the freeze-dried food video, it's like, hey Bear, how do I store freeze-dried food? I'm like, oh man. Wheel chalk, feed it to the goat, throw it at your kids, put it in your lawnmower, like, exactly. So, and that was actually kind of fun, you know, and like the Hero Soap vid was actually kind of fun. Like, it was goofy, and I like being a little goofy every now and then. Coastal, there probably is. What's up, Lone Star? It just would take somebody plowing through 2,000 videos to do that, and we don't really have the bandwidth in our revenue for somebody to do that.
Well, on YouTube they kind of are, because they're
Mon's been working on playlists.
But
Yeah.
he's got the playlists there that are kind of grouped together regarding some topics, but Patreon doesn't do that.
Yeah, Patreon doesn't, which I don't understand why they allow you to tag your videos with tags when you can't search the tags. So, I miss that you were driving in your car talking videos, kind of random. You know, Lance, I miss doing truck talks.
And bird walks.
Oh, people would all the time, they'd message or comment, they'd be like, you're making me motion sick walking around and trying to talk at the same time. And I'm like, Dramamine's $4. Get you one, bro. Like,
Don't watch it.
Phelps, we've thought about that, but here's the deal. We own bearindependent.com. It's ours, and Patreon's working for us. And if it's ever not working for us, we'll let you know. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Teagle5. The moment Patreon's not working for us, I guarantee you we'll send out a mass email from the website to let everybody who signed up there know, hey, we're over here now. Garden tours, I'm going to be doing a garden update in the near future. We need to get some stuff growing first. But thank you, Kyle Gallagher. And as far as like jumping platforms, it works right now. Now, truck talks, here's the problem with truck talks. 2 issues with truck talks. The first is randos from the website, from the internet would be like, I know where you live. I done mapped all the twists and turns you've taken, and I'm gonna come to your house. Like, literally, like, I'm gonna come to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you do that, bro. Number 1, my dog will eat you, and I'll be fine with it. Number 2, have you seen me dump a magazine? Like, it's happening. It's happening. And I actually had to tell a guy at the end of my driveway. I said, if you ever come back here again, unequivocally, I will kill you. Make no mistake. You step over this line into this driveway, I will kill you. Just so we're clear here, you will be trespassing, and I will kill you. Well, I wasn't saying. I was just saying. No, I know what you were saying, and now understand me. This is what I'm telling you. With extreme prejudice, I will end your life right here in this driveway. Do you understand? And so, that's kind of an issue. And then the other problem is my truck's actually in the shop right now because it goes and every time I hit a bump. So yeah. Lance, roger that. I appreciate that. Worst idea ever. So, yeah. So I like truck talks, and I still occasionally do truck talks when my truck isn't making all kinds of ridiculous noise, and I'm far enough away from my home that I feel comfortable to do them. No, this is a different, Chasing Life, this is a different fella. But yeah, so. Compost, exactly. So, well, we're gonna jump over to, yeah, people are creepy, right? And it's one thing if they're creepy towards me, because it's like, okay, well, I know how to end you, but it's not just me that's here. That's the thing, right? I have family, I have friends, I have brothers. Like, we have this whole little Bear Clan thing going on here that's part of a greater tribe, and you just don't want to invite crazy. Like, and that's part of why when people are like, Bear, can we come visit? And I'm like, I'm sure you're awesome. I'm sure you're awesome. And like, but I don't know you. And what happens if you're awesome right up to the point you pull a subcompact 380 out of your waistband and start shooting because you don't care, you've given up on life. Like, that's a problem, you know, and that's why we have protocols for meeting people. So, because the world's full of crazies. And other people, it's like, it's crazy because the people who are supposed to be here, it's obvious. The father makes it obvious. He's like, you're moving today, or you're moving in 5 days,
Right.
or 38 different things had to happen to get you from West Texas to next door. And I met you one time and you don't know where I live. Like, it's very obvious. The people that y'all wants here just end up here. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They end up here. So, yeah. You got, there's plenty of crazy. And that's the thing. Like, don't make us have to act crazy. Like, don't. Like, we're both good at it.
Yeah.
It's just, let's not.
We got good crazy streaks.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, let's just don't make me go there. Please don't make. And this one, oh, forget it. Bipolar ex-stripper crazy is not a good idea to have around. Hunter seekers, there's something you need to tell me? You have a different job back in the day? Working second shift at the meat locker? I was main stage at the cockpit Tuesday nights. It's the best. Fireman helmet and the red banana hammock. And now here comes Bear. Yeah. Crystal, you'd think, but, you know, you'd think. I'm one of those people I feel I was led here and I am meant to be here. Amen, Thunder Dan. It's the shoe show. Les Bears. Coastal 151, don't judge me, man. I was young and I needed the money, all right? Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Come to YouTube.
We appreciate y'all. We really
We're
do.
Be there.
Thank you for the feedback. Honestly, thank you for the feedback. So, yeah.
See y'all in the crazy land.
I don't know how to say it other than you guys are awesome. Thank you for just supporting our life, because that's what we try and live our life and just keep you guys along for the ride. So we love you back, Amy R. Mm-hmm. David Campbell, banana hammock. You never heard that phrase before? So I'll send you one. Text me your message, your mailing address. I got you. It's all good.
Bear's face right on.
That's right. It's the logo, not my face. You know. Anyway. See y'all on YouTube. Shalom.
Shalom.